So in this video, I'm going to tell you the top ways that small business owners use to help save money in taxes. Not every strategy is probably going to be for you, but I'm sure that there are many strategies that you're going to be able to use. Okay? So let's get started. The first one I would recommend is making sure to choose the right entity. That is very, very important. There's many different entities out there. There's corporations, there's S-corps, partnerships, sole proprietors, and it's very important to make sure to choose the right entity so you maximize your tax savings. And once you choose the right entity, you have to make sure that you hone in on the right strategies and make sure to make the proper moves, whether it be taking the right amount of salaries, deducting the necessary expenses, and doing the right things so that you properly deduct all your expenses. Okay? The next one is making sure to deduct your expenses. I cannot tell you how many times that I speak to business owners and they tell me that they're not deducting their expenses. So you want to make sure that you're deducting all your expenses. I know that there are many, many business owners that will pay expenses out of pocket, so it's important to set things up in the right way so that you make sure to deduct those expenses that are not being paid through the business. Number 3, I would say, is take the optimal salary and distributions to minimize taxes. And that is a very, very important aspect, because a lot of business owners that I see will take too high of a salary and pay lots and lots of payroll taxes. And then there are many people in New York City that won't take enough of a salary, and they end up overpaying taxes, overpaying a lot of their business taxes. So making sure to take the optimal salary would be a strategy that I would say is very, very important. The next one is know your tax liability and make sure to set it aside. That would be number 4. Know your tax liability and make sure to set it aside, because at the end of the year, if you don't pay the right amount of taxes, you're going to pay a lot of penalties. Okay? The next one is number 5, is making sure to set up the right retirement plan. There are many, many different retirement plans out there, and I would say it's very, very important to make sure to set up the right retirement plan to save thousands of dollars in taxes each year. Not only do you save tens of thousands of dollars each year, you can also to make sure that you have enough funds to retire. Strategy number 6 would be to shift income to persons in lower brackets. So that is also a very important aspect, because before you know it, you're paying lots of taxes. So if you're able to shift money to a relative, hire children, etc., you could save a lot of money in taxes. And if you do it right, you can even make sure that you don't even pay payroll taxes on it for salaries that you pay for your children. So that is strategy. That is a very, very important strategy. Strategy number 7 is setting things up so that you earn tax-free income, and that is known as the Augusta loophole. That is a very, very important aspect where you could set things up where you are able to earn tax-free income from your home. If you set it up in the right way and you document things accordingly, that is a very important strategy. Number 8. Make sure to deduct medical expenses. Okay, so one of the big challenges is that medical expenses for most people are not deductible. They have to be a ginormous amount. On average, they probably would have to be over $15,000, $20,000 to be able to deduct it if you're lucky. So you could set it up. You could set up a different plan, whether it be a health savings account or an HRA, where you could make sure that you can deduct your medical expenses. So that is a very, very important strategy too. If you could deduct your medical expenses, that's going to save you thousands of dollars each year. The next one is if you have a rental property, okay, accelerating your deductions, accelerating depreciation. I've seen many business owners have rental properties and they're able to accelerate the deductions and deduct and get, rather than waiting 30 years, they get a deduction that they're supposed to get in 30 years, they get it now. And that is so important to get it now, because now you're in a much higher tax bracket. You're in your earning phase. And to be able to get that deduction now is a very, very important thing, and can help you sometimes save $200,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars in a year. And last is for many business owners that are selling products, if you can take the products and you ship it out of the state, if you could, there are many situations, many loopholes with New York City where you don't have to pay business tax on that. So that is a very important aspect, because many business owners pay thousands and thousands of dollars in taxes. So anyway, thank you very much for listening in. Please subscribe where you could receive tips, tax tips. I'm happy to provide that every once in a while, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.